G'day guys, Daniel from South Australia Heavy Vehicle Training. The first thing that we need to do when operating a vehicle is a pre-departure check. We're going to check this HR automatic to make sure that it's safe to operate for the day. We're going to open the door, and around here we're going to turn our ignition on 2 clicks. That'll make sure that our lights are working. We're going to turn our headlights on 2 clicks. I'm going to grab this bar out that's located here, and I'm going to use that to turn my hazard lights on because I'm short and I can't reach. From there we're going to pull this lever here. That'll open your bonnet flap, and then we'll head around to the front of the vehicle. Make sure that the door's shut, guys, so that the cab stays nice and clean. Right, when we're on our way to the front of the vehicle, we're going to check the vehicle posture. Make sure that there is no sagging suspension. While we're here, we can check underneath and make sure that there are no major leaks. Coming back up, I'll work my way around in a W fashion. I'm checking my top marker light. Coming down, I'm checking my windscreen. Coming down from there, I've got a headlight and an indicator. Moving across, I've got my registration. Now the registration can be checked online at EasyReg. Moving back up, we've got our windscreen wipers. We run our fingers through the insides of the blades, making sure that there is no metal on glass. If it cuts your fingers, guys, chances are it's probably going to scratch your windscreen. Beautiful. We'll come back this way, checking our top marker light, working our way down. We've got our headlights, we've got our indicators. And you'll notice on the front of these vehicles, guys, we've got L plates attached. Coming around this way, starting from the top, we've got our mirrors. Coming down from there, mirrors are nice and clean. You've got your windows nice and clean. Coming down, your handle is secure. Coming down from there, your indicator is working and it's secure. Your step is secure. That's not going anywhere. Moving our way across this way, we've got a minimum 1.5mm of tread. There's a tread wear indicator on the side of this vehicle tyre. You can check the 1.5mm from there. From there, our sidewall's good, there's no damage. Our rim, there's no damage. The nuts, there's even thread spacing, and your hub, there are no major leaks. Moving this way, guys, we've got our air filter. If we need to check that, we need to tilt the cab. If it's dirty, we pull it out, bash it against the side, and then chuck it back in. From there, we're going to make our way around this way, making sure that there is no damage. Coming down here, we've got our primary and secondary air tanks. We've got an air dryer here, but we need to make sure that there is still no moisture in these tanks. We pull on these little pull tabs, and if any moisture comes out, we keep it going. Guys, if there's moisture in there, it's going to get into your air lines. From there, it goes into your brake boosters under here, and from there, it'll rust out your brake boosters. Your exhaust is secure, your batteries are secure and free from corrosion. Your tail shaft is secure. Your mud flap is secure. Guys, we need to make sure that our freight is secure. The way that we do that, we use our bar. We give these chains a whack. And we make sure that these links don't move on the coaming rail. The reflectors are working. Correction, the reflectors are intact and they're not broken. That freight is not moving on the coaming rail. Checking our tyres. The front tyre we can tell is pumped up. This one here, we have 4 tyres. We may not know which one is flat unless we use this bar to give it a whack. Checking all of your tyres, they all sound good. A dull thud would indicate that we've picked something up along the way. If we need to check in between the tyres, we can use our bar and run that in between them and have a look for any rocks. Another way that you can do that, guys, is by looking in these holes here, making sure that there is nothing caught in between your dual tyres. Again, checking all of these, we've got our 1.5mm of tread, our sidewall's good, the rim there's no damage, your nuts there's even thread spacing, and your hub there are no major leaks. We're checking that on every one. 1.5, sidewall, rim, nuts, hub. Coming back here, your mud flap is secure. Moving your way along this way, guys, there is no damage to the vehicle. Your reflector is intact, your lights are working and they're intact. Moving around to the back of the vehicle, we've got our indicators and our running lights working. on both sides. Beauty. From there, these are called rear marker reflector plates. They're on the vehicle because you're over 12 tonne. Do not overtake turning vehicle sign is on your vehicle because you're over 7.5 metres long. If you need to use another lane to turn left or right, you must have a do not overtake turning vehicle sign on the back of your vehicle. Our number plate lights are working. Our number plate is attached. The spare tyre is attached and it's pumped up. And again guys, we've got our L plates. Now if we want to check that the back lights are working, we use our bar. We come around to the front. We open the driver's door. While we got the door open, we're going to jam the bar in between our brake pedal and the seat. Then we're going to make our way to the back of the vehicle again, checking to make sure that those rear brake lights are working. If we have a look there, they're more illuminated than what they were before guys, so we're pretty sure that they're working. We'll go back and grab our bar because we need to check our tyres on the other side. Beauty. Close the door up so that we don't get dust in the cabin. Working your way around this way. We're checking the same on this side as we did on the other side. We've got our reflector and our light. There's no damage along here. Your chains are secure. They're not moving on that coaming rail. Your tyres, they're all pumped up and there is nothing in between. We've got our 1.5mm of tread, sidewall's good, rim, nuts and hub. 1.5 sidewall, rim, nuts and hub. Working your way down this way, your mud flap is secure. Coming down here, we've got another air tank. We're going to check that one. Make sure that there's no moisture. Moving this way guys, we've got a diesel filter. If there's any water particulates in there, it's going to gather down the bottom. You can drain it out through this drain plug here. This vehicle will let you know on the dash whether that's got water in it or not. Your diesel tank. There are 3 ways to check diesel. The most common way is to use your fuel gauge. From there you can use this bar, stick it in there, take it out and then measure it against the side. From there you can use a logbook. Kilometers, litres, average it out. It's not a great way of doing it because if I drive it nicely and you come and smash it, then you're going to have a different diesel reading. Right, coming this way, we already know how to tilt the cab so we know what the handle is. Moving down from there, we have our power steering. We need to make sure that that's on the maximum line. Coming down from there, we have our coolant overflow. And then moving up from there, we've got our oil dipstick. Remember guys, everything can be checked without raising the cab. So we'll pull that out. And what we're looking for, it's about 15 metres long. We've got 2 dots on there. We need to make sure that the oil is between those 2 dots. Obviously this truck has been started, it's not over full. You got to push it back in nice and close to the opening because once you've bent this thing, you cannot unbend it. Again, coming down here guys, that's how we tilt the cab. We're going to pull that lever down and press that button and the cab's going to tilt itself forward. But remember, before you do that, take everything off your bunk or it's going to smash your windscreen. Coming this way, we've got our handle is secure, our mirror is secure, our indicator is secure, the step is secure. Your minimum tread depth is 1.5. I was waiting for you guys to answer. Right, sidewall's good, rim there's no damage, nuts, even thread spacing, and your hub, there are no major leaks. Now that we've finished with the outside of the vehicle, we're just going to check a couple of things on the inside and then we're done with our pre-departure check. We'll open the door up, we'll put this bar away through here. Remember guys, 3 points of contact at all times when you're climbing in. Awesome. From here, I'm going to turn my lights off and I'm going to turn my hazard lights off. Right, there are 3 things that we need to check when we get into the vehicle. I call them the 3 W's. The windscreen wipers, warning device, and warning triangles. Windscreen wipers are located here on the edge of this stalk. If we push that in and hold it, that's going to wash the windscreen. It's a vehicle defect if it doesn't. We're going to check our warning device, make sure that the horn works. Beautiful. And then from there we need to make sure that we've got 3 portable warning triangles for if we break down. This red tub here is where the 3 portable warning triangles are located. We're going to use them in a later video. If we find any faults or any damage, you're best off putting it in a fault record book or taking a photo. A photo will have a time and date stamp on it. Remember guys, if you leave the yard with that damage on the truck, it then becomes your damage because you didn't report it. That there is the pre-departure check. All right, make sure that you stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll chuck some more videos up.